And then it's like out of literally fucking nowhere, there's this scene where he's like sitting with this chick, and because this vampire bitch has like big ass tits, he's like, I need to be immune to fucking boobs, so I need to like feel your tits. And I'm sitting here like, what in the like actual fuck are you watching?
Next one is favorite anime opening/endings.
I already got one.
Hey.
Shut up.
It is. Hey, fuck you. No, so honestly, the Attack on Titan season 2.
Season 2
is a good one. Is a good one. But season 1 will always
Season
reign
1 too
supreme.
is the first half. Yeah, it's pretty iconic.
Yeah. Oh, iconic. Just because it's like immediate, like it just hits you, and you're like, oh shit.
True.
Just like the entire series, like the first episode is just like, straight into the shit, and everything goes to hell from there.
True. And that's how the intro feels too. It's just like get fucking ready.
Oh yeah, I mean even in actually now that I think about it, I'd say definitely season 2 is. Season 2 is like, it's like that nice, like it's like a harp almost, and then it's just like dang it, you know. But I don't know, something about season 3s where I'm just like, is this a love story now? Like, you know, all the sparkles and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Season 4 got really dark too. I mean, the way that it's like produced, it's like very colorful and visual. Mm-hmm. Like it's really, they throw a lot of rainbow colors out there, but it's also like really heavily inspired by like World War II, where it's just like bombs and tanks and you know, a lot of this stuff where it just feels it feels really heavy, even though it's so colorful going into it. So we have Attack on Titan from Chance.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, bud.
What about you, Justin? What's one of your favorite anime openings that gets you hyped as fuck?
I got a couple. So one of them is in Death Note, the second like half of it. With Maximum Hormone, it's like the heavy metal one.
Yeah, that
like
one
so,
is
like,
fucking hard.
Like, Ningen!
That one
I love that one. That one's super
up.
hype. So there's an anime called Air Gear, which is kind of like a rollerblading anime. Like it's like people with rollerblades with like rocket engines on them, so they do a bunch of tricks and shit.
Oh shit!
It has. The anime opening for it is like the most like 2000s like Linkin Park rock you ever heard in your life. It's so amazing. I love it. It's cheesy as hell. Yeah. Monogatari is a huge one because each couple episodes or like each arc has its own different opening, and a lot of them are just like bangers.
I like that.
There's like the meme one, Renai Circulation, which is one that you guys have heard. That's like, you know,
oh yeah, I love that.
That's a great one, but there's even better ones. Let's see what else we got. There's a lot of good openings for like Naruto, like early Naruto.
True.
Mm-hmm. Bluebird.
100%.
Bluebird is my favorite opening from Naruto.
I can't remember specifically off the top of my head, but there's a few
Fighting
definitely
Dreamers.
like that one is Fighting Heroes.
We are fighting dreamers.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Start rapping in Japanese, and you're like, damn.
That one's hype. That one's hype.
Shit's hard.
And then
how about
recently?
What about the Cowboy Bebop one, guys? Like,
Which one?
I have a basketball on this joint.
Fucking, it's called
3,
Tank.
2, 1, let's jam.
Yeah, that one is fucking classic. I feel like I mean, because it is like an actual song. Like I think outside of the actual anime, like it was picked for the anime, but it wasn't like, I don't think it was composed for the anime specifically. So it's like synonymous with the anime now. Like anytime you hear it, it's like that's the fucking Cowboy Bebop fucking intro. Like
Absolutely.
so fucking good.
And recently, like Rental Girlfriend, the opening for that is just like, you know, like this like poppy girl rock song that I just vibe with so hard. I have that. That's like one of like my number one like most repeated songs on Spotify.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and that's all I can think of off the top of my head.
For poppy ones for me, the Aramanga Sensei intro is like one of my favorites. It's definitely got those like kawaii happy pop vibes going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if anybody else has seen Vinland Saga, but that's
Nope,
another
not-
one.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
the
I saw
intro
the intro
for
to
it.
that when we were watching it.
It's by a band called Survive the Prophet. It's like a screamo, but they're like Japanese band, and it fucking goes hard as fuck.
I remember.
Yeah,
That song's
we watched a little bit. It goes pretty fucking hard.
Oh yeah.
My
favorites.
Yeah, what about yours? I want to hear your favorite.
My favorite would be the second intro to Soul Eater. And there's only 2 of them throughout the whole anime, but the intro is really good. And the second intro, I meant the first one. Yeah, the first one's really good, but the second one, dude, it's called Black Paper Moon, and it's just hits you right in the heart.
Oh
And
man,
in
I gotta
soul.
listen to it.
And it's yeah. Well, I'll play it after the stream, but dude, it gets you in the feels, bro. It really does.
I
And
love ones
that-
like that where they just kind of like connect with you on like a different level. They give you like
And-
goosebumps.
There's this YouTuber I watch. Her name is Lian Lee. She does English covers of Japanese anime intros, and
That's sick.
she translates them almost exactly, like perfectly. And I saw in some of her comments on YouTube, the original artists were commenting using a translator, of course, saying, "Damn, this sounds literally like exactly how we wrote it, and you have an
Wow.
amazing voice."
I
Yeah,
love that.
She has like 5 million subscribers on YouTube.
Oh shit, she ain't no small frog. God
no,
damn.
she's like cream of the crop, top tier of doing English like
That's
covers.
so cool.
And she does one of the intro, the second intro to Soul Eater. She does the Neon Genesis one.
Oh, that's one I wanted to bring up. The Neon Evangelion
Yeah.
fucking A Cruel Angel Thesis. That one
Yes,
is like
Cruel Angel Thesis
fucking one of my
is-
And
favorites.
the ending too, "Fly Me to the Moon."
Yeah.
That song is so fire. I love that song.
the ending too.
Which one?
It's
Fly
the
me
ending
to
for
the moon
Evangelion.
and let me
Fly
play
me to
among the
the moon.
stars.
Let me play among the stars.
That sounds
They put
fire.
that one.
You know who originally wrote that, right? Are you,
I mean, I know it, but I
don't-
can't
I know
think
it's
of
a,
it off the
it's
top
a classic
of my head.
jazz. It's a classic
Are you
jazz anime.
fucking me right now?
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's what I wanted to
Cameron.
say. Frank
He didn't write it.
Sinatra.
I mean,
He didn't write it. It's a classic.
totally
it's a
guessed.
jazz.
I'm almost for
jazz
certain
standard.
he didn't even write it. He just re-sang it from somebody else. Did you know fucking Elvis never wrote a fucking single song in his fucking life?
Yep.
All 530 of every song he ever recorded was fucking somebody else's song.
original Ghost producer.
Yeah,
Yep.
the original person that used Ghost Producers right there. Anyways, another anime opening / intro, One Punch Man. If you've ever heard that one fucking slaps.
Yes, I 100% agree.
hero.
Wait, for which season?
No,
Because
the first one, obviously.
Okay. Well, I like them all, to be honest.
No,
for
yeah,
each
One
season.
Punch Man actually, like, they take the time, like, even their outros, like the way that they set them up with like the beginning being really hype and then the outro being like really smooth and like
I don't care.
peaceful going,
Who
like,
you are
but
or
One
where you
Punch
come
Man.
from. But the Banana outro song is a banger.
I gotta hear that.
I don't
shit.
care. Dude, I put it
check
in
it
the
out.
podcast chat. Don't you
Oh
worry.
hell yeah.
We'll make a deal. You watch Evangelion and I'll watch the Banana.
Hey, fuck you. Here we go.
That was it, right?
Peppa.
Favorite genres?
Yeah.
Is that the next one?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't fucking know, like, when it comes to genres of anime.
So we can like explain like what the genres mean too, like isekai.
I mean,
slice
besides,
of
like-
life, ecchi.
Besides, like, comedy and, like, action.
Yeah.
yeah, no, we'll explain it.
No, we'll put it in layman's terms.
Yeah. By the way, I will say there is one song. There is one anime that I'm actually kind of interested in watching, and I'm probably sure you guys probably heard of it, but it's called That One Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime?
Yes, that's one of my
Yes.
recommendations.
Yes, watch
Yeah,
it.
dude.
Yes.
I really want to watch that. It looks
That's
really
another.
good.
That's an isekai, which means like
Yeah.
from a different world, basically.
A different world. Okay.
Yeah.
So kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh. No? Okay.
No.
So, okay,
Yu-Gi-Oh's
so what
more of a
about, like-
shonen.
What about
but
like
yeah.
Seven Deadly Sins or nah?
No, that's another more of a
So
shonen.
so like Attack on Titan and like all that stuff is based on like real world.
It's not so much that it has to be based in a real world. It has to be that the character comes from this universe into a universe that doesn't necessarily exist. So they usually come from Earth, but they'll die or reincarnate or be transported to a mythical place. So for
Okay.
Slime, the character of Slime actually dies on Earth, gets stabbed, and is reincarnated as a slime in this like more of like World of Warcraft world.
Okay.
Now, like
I would
another
wanna
one
be
is
reincarnated as a pug.
another one is like Sword Art Online, which is probably like
Okay.
one of the big like birth of like the isekai genre, where it's they come from Earth but they're in a video game world, or they're stuck in a video game world. So that's where like the majority of the show inhabits this other world.
So there's basically like isekai stuff, and then there's just like fantasy stuff, and
Yeah,
there's
fantasy
often
could be-
overlap between the two.
Yeah, because I've also like there's one called Danmachi, which has the longest fucking English title that's not even necessary to fucking pronounce. But that one is like one where it's taken in the place of like a like World of Warcraft kind of world, but the character itself doesn't come from like Earth in that universe, so it could be like misconstrued as like an isekai where it isn't.
So I'm gonna be real with you guys. I straight up don't like isekai and fantasy.
Oh
animes.
no.
Pretty
I'm
much
kind of in the
at
same
all.
boat.
Are we not friends anymore?
Do we just become enemies?
Yeah.
I just can't get into them. It's like, all right, RPG, yeah.
Can you name-
Like they're
Okay,
They see,
so-
from my perspective, they're so trope heavy.
Yeah. So are you just like anti-trope, or is it just like a subject that you can't get into?
I just can't get into it. Like if you're watching some RPG thing, or like some anime chick that's like casting a spell, and that I just zone out. I can't handle it.
What if there's a
Mentally, I just
level of
can't do it.
comedy involved? Have you ever seen shit. You're gonna have to edit this so I don't come off like a fucking idiot.
Nah, that ain't in, brother.
Konosuba.
By the way, in a
Have you ever seen Konosuba?
Konosuba,
No,
yeah.
I've
You've
heard
never seen
of it.
Konosuba.
Never
No,
heard
I've
of it.
heard of it.
Okay, so before you talk any more shit on isekai, go back and watch
Yeah.
Konosuba.
You need to watch Konosuba
Because
before
the way
you
that
talk
Konosuba
about it.
works,
Or
the way that Konosuba works is it works on the tropes of isekai, but it's a comedy generally. So it's
Yeah.
not like so heavily focused on like quests and shit like that or casting spells where that is involved. It's more heavily on the comedy side of things.
I'm pretty sure I've seen like a clip or two, like of just like one of like the girls like basically getting their shit wrecked in like a comedic way or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's probably Darkness.
Well,
Or
Hey,
Is it
something
the
do me
like
a-
blonde?
that.
Is it the blonde one?
Somebody has
Oh,
to know
no.
the answer to this. But what's the anime where they use their butts and boobs for like weapons?
Kaijo.
I've seen
what it
it.
is?
I've
I've
never
seen it.
watched. I mean,
Keijo
I've
or
never
Kaijo
watched
is the
it, but I
anime.
know what you're talking about, where they have like ass guns and shit like that.
Yeah, like I
seen-
saw.
I've
I'm
seen
like,
some of
what
it.
the fuck is this shit, dude?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that. But yeah, like I was mentioning, Justin, Konosuba is one I gave an 8 on my anime list. It's pretty high up there on the terms of like comedy and isekai where they like make fun of it. Give me some isekais that you don't like, that you can talk shit about, that you have good reasons for.
So that's the thing. I mean, I will admit, I haven't watched a lot of them other than just like a couple episodes max because I just couldn't get into them. So I can't.
your
I mean,
What
argument
are
is
the
invalid.
I
few?
can't
What are
really
the few
call
that
out a
you've
specific
tried?
one.
what's one that
Okay.
you have seen?
So I've tried a little bit of the sword art, whatever.
Sword Art is great up until like this whatever second season or some shit.
Am I mistaking? No Game, No Life. Is that one of them? I forget.
That is an isekai. That is another good one
I
that
didn't
I
vibe with
love
that.
personally. So give me
I
your reasons for not liking it right now.
It's just
This man-
It's
like-
going down. It's going down in the Discord lobby, boys.
It's just I can't describe it. It just bores me like when there's like RPG characters and stuff. Like
So
it bores me.
the cool thing about No Game No Life is that the protagonist is a brother and sister duo who are basically like the best gamers in the world. So they have all this like external knowledge of like any
To me, that's
game
just
that they're
cheesy,
put up
though.
against. So like if it comes
Kinda-
to like rock paper scissors, they know like the perfect fucking calculations to winning a rock paper scissors game. If it comes to fucking cards, they know the exact fucking like calculations. It's coming with a fucking like full house and shit like that. And even it's only like what 12 episodes long of a series, and you literally like got so bored of it that you gave up on it. Come on, it's so good.
Yeah, I've given up on many isekai. Well, not many, but I've given up on isekai just because after a couple episodes, I'm just out of it. Like I just
Yeah.
don't want to watch anymore. I'm sorry.
It's not for some people.
It's not for some people. Tokes, I'm sorry I've angered you.
Yeah, no, I'm like a heavily like isekai like orientated.
Okay.
Like that's like one of my favorite genres for sure.
And like
Cam, what about
even-
you? What's some isekais you've seen?
Well, isekai I've seen, I like ReZero.
ReZero, thank you. Now, Justin, can you talk shit on ReZero for a second?
yeah, I saw the first couple. I actually did see the first couple episodes, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like,
Everybody
Justin's
attack
also
him.
not wrong. No, Justin's not wrong because I actually do have a few other friends who have seen it too, and they said they didn't like it either.
Yeah, no, I can
I'm like,
I can
how?
half agree on it because it's almost so upsetting watching
In certain-
Subaru fucking fail over and over that it's almost like really hard to watch. And I
Yeah.
In the case of
understand that
ReZero,
aspect.
I've heard that season 2 is a lot better.
That's what
That-
I've
that's
heard
what I've
too. I
heard.
haven't watched season 2, so I can't speak on experience, but I've watched season 1 2 times through, and where it is really hard to watch Subaru fail so fucking hard time and time again, where you're just like, you fucking idiot, that it's really hard to get into. And I understand that. But it's also one of like the best isekais like on television right now. So you're going to get a lot of fucking hate for that.
The part in that.
I mean, you know.
The part in ReZero where you were saying where you're just like hard to watch when Subaru is fucking up. That part for me was when he's trying to ask that like country girl. She has like that country-ish accent. She's like one of the rulers or something like that. Like she has a lot of influence, and he's trying to ask her for help. And he's like, "You're the only one I came to ask for help. I think you can help me in this situation." And she literally just laughs in his fucking face. And she's like, "You think I'd fucking help you? Look at you. You're fucking on your knees, literally trying to like grovel over my feet and try to come to me for help." And you know, she's royalty, so she's like, "Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?" She's like, "You're just a piece of shit. Like, can't even save your friends. All this shit."
Fucked.
And, yeah, he's died. He's literally died like 10 times.
Many times before this
in real life.
And
he just keeps dying.
Repeated
and coming
through
back. And he's literally like, he is so fucked in the head that he just doesn't know what reality is anymore. And that's why he asked that chick for help, because he is literally like,
he's like on his last fucking leg, honestly. Like his last
his
like
brain is about to literally just explode.
Yeah. And I think that was the hardest part, was like I think his name was like Beetlejuice or something like that.
Yeah.
When he's going up against Beetlejuice and all that like just
fucked up
psychological shit. Fucked up shit's going on, like it was really hard to fucking like, I mean,
oh my god. And when he like mangled the fuck out of Rem right in front of him.
Yeah, that was a lot of it's like, really hard to fucking watch, honestly. But it's one of those ones that if you can get through, you give it like a different aspect on you know, the stuff you've seen in comparison. It really gives like a good contrast to the nitty gritty between like, you know, regular stuff that's like dark, but it's like they're straight up front about it, where this is like they tease that it's going to be like you know, a nice relaxing kind of feeling to it for half the episode, and then they just go straight into fucking darkness.
Yeah, the one thing I love about that show is, like in all isekai, main character gets transported to a new world, or in some isekai they die and then get reincarnated.
And they're a fucking god. Like there's nothing about them that's like not fucking OP. And then in this it's like you're like bottom level. He's just
level. A normal person.
Yeah.
He's bottom. He's literally pond scum in the whole entirety of the world around him. And especially right when he goes through that alleyway in the very first episode, thinking that he has superpowers and has to be saved by Amelia. That's
and then
where
gets fucking
he, like,
stabbed
first
to
starts
death.
to get it. Yeah. They just beat the living shit out of him in the very beginning.
So colorful going into it.
Oh my god.
Well, that's kind of how I felt about the end of season 3, dude. Like, the end of season 3 is just fucking, it just hits you because you're like, oh, fuck. So many people are dying.
Yeah. It starts to get a lot heavier. You start to feel the weight of a lot more of the losses towards the end of season 3.
By the way, I'll say it right now. Spoiler alert to anybody who hasn't seen like the end of season 3 through like the middle of season 4 of Attack on Titan. It's fucking juicy. Except I will.
What was your spoiler?
What's that?
What was your spoiler?
Commander Irwin dies.
Yes. Yes.
Commander Irwin dies, and I know that a lot of people
bro.
are like a fan of him just because he's fucking one. He's Commander Irwin.
He's
But then
fucking
two, like-
Chad, bro.
Yeah, like he's Chad as fuck. But there is a community that
Luke
actually
Chad.
likes him. Like he does make a lot of good decisions.
No, he's
throughout the
I think
entirety
all
of
in
that
all, he
series.
really cared about his soldiers. And he
Yeah.
sacrificed himself to
But like I
You know,
said when I
progress.
texted you, Max, was fuck it. Hold on, I gotta pull this up. But I just thought like I don't know. It was something about like just the scene in general where it's like it's supposed to be dark and like sad and stuff and like oh fuck. But I couldn't help but laugh. you know.
well,
but it's
yeah.
like
No, there's a lot of those parts, honestly, where you do end up kind of chuckling over some of the dark parts of
yeah,
it.
because he says, and I quote, "My soldiers rage, my soldiers scream, my soldiers fight," and then the Beast Titan's just like, and he dies,
Completely
like right there,
destroyed. Yeah, rip.
like,
But I think I mean, spoiler alerts again. The whole part about Dr. Yeager's wife being the one who ate
oh my god, yeah,
his Aaron's mom, and then also being the one who unlocked his potential power when he does that.
Yeah,
Like
when he
in
punches
human form, he punches her hand, and it sparks the
memories
power
and
within,
the-
like I'm not sure exactly which
the coordinate.
well, yeah, it's called like the Founder's Titan. That's exactly what it's
Yeah,
called. The Founder's Titan
Yeah.
hidden ability, which is like it basically has like all control over all the Titans, and it just fucking mind blown right there,
Oh,
because you realize that she's actually royalty, and that was actually
Yeah.
like Aaron's father. Wife and shit like that, like fucking crazy. I love all the different surprises and sneak twists in Attack on Titan. It's like every season there's something where it's like boom 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 boom.
Yeah. Well, it's like that's how I felt like when we were talking earlier is when Reiner and Bertolt were literally on top of the wall talking with Eren while whatever's left of the scout regiment is like still there, and just blatantly they're just like, "Oh yeah, I'm the armored Titan, he's the fucking colossal Titan." And then Mikasa like hears that and like they noted at it a little bit. Mikasa hears it and Eren's just like, "What?"
Yeah, it's like totally like in the background where like
Yeah.
you can hear them talking, but they're not like specifically saying it to like the person who's like focused on screen. It's a very cool little hint at it. But yeah, I feel like
fucking
every
the,
season there's something new
dude,
that they're
and there's something about like I don't know what it was about the battle for like Shiganshina where they have the armored Titan, the colossal Titan, the beast Titan that's like way out in the distance fucking yeeting rocks at everybody, but then the rest of the Titans, like there's something about just like that entire scenario where it's just like, dude, this is some shit. And then fucking Captain Levi's like promise where he said, "I will kill that motherfucker. Like, don't you worry." And he never did, sadly, but he took the Titan down, but he never killed Zeke.
yeah. I mean,
and that shit was dope because in Titan form, when Zeke's like, "Wait, where are the rest of my Titans?" and then out of the green smoke, here comes Captain Levi, and he just fucking
destroyed all of
destroys that
them.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, even into I mean, I don't want to actually I shouldn't mention anything further in season 4 because I'm pretty sure you haven't seen this part. So
I don't think I have
I
haven't seen
don't
it yet
wanna
because I'm
say
on like
anything.
episode 5 or 6 of season 4. So
yeah, so I'm not gonna
Yeah.
spoil anything.
So not counting Evangelion, what are the animes or like anime stories that have like impacted you the most?
Ooh, that's a good
Fuck.
question.
Definitely.
And not counting Evangelion, because we already talked about that for like a fucking hour.
I'll just say 2 words that mean so many more, but one and peace.
One Piece.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I'll count that.
I count it too.
Okay, I wouldn't consider it an anime, but it's definitely an animated show that
you do
It's
not
an
want to
anime.
start that argument.
Yeah, it's an
yeah, we're
anime,
not
buddy.
we're not gonna start that argument. But I definitely think there's a lot, especially in Legend of Korra. I definitely think there are a lot of good life lessons that are taught in those shows, especially from Uncle Iroh.
True that.
That's the man.
Mm-hmm.
That's
All right,
the
Topes?
myth. The legend.
Let's go on to somebody else. I'm trying to think of one that affected me heavily.
Okay, I'll give another one. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Assassination Classroom, bro.
I tried to watch that, and after I literally heard the premise, I switched.
Dude,
I think that was another
you
one that
gotta
was like
finish it.
promoted on Toonami like pretty recently. I want to say within the last like 3 years.
It came out in like 2011, if I'm not mistaken. But dude, that one has one of the saddest endings ever.
Yeah, you're right. Chance, it did be aired on Toonami in 2020.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
bro.
So Assassination Classroom, the whole point of the show is that the children of the classroom are trying to kill the teacher, who is
right?
a
Yeah.
space alien who basically has the powers of fucking God himself. So
Yeah.
by telling me that it has a very sad ending, I can only imagine that they somehow kill the teacher, and it's very sad.
Yeah, but
because he's a teacher.
They come to love him. They come
Well,
to love him.
obviously, he's the coolest guy in the world. I
Yeah.
got that from
And
the first
his-
episode.
His situation is just beyond fucked.
Oh, okay.
It
So
is
there's a
so
lot of
sad.
character building that I'm missing out on that makes him really
Yes.
fucking cool.
And
By the
each
way-
each kid, hang on, Chance. Each kid in this show is an assassin. Like, they're all students. They all have their own personalities, and yet they all have to try to kill him. So
One's
the
a
ways that,
sniper.
they use
One's a
personality-
demolition expert. One's
yeah.
really smart.
One's a poison expert.
smart.
I'm
Oh,
literally
goodness.
just fucking like guessing right now. I've literally seen one episode.
Yeah, it's great, man. That one hit me super hard.
So
dude.
what
That
would you
Yeah,
give that
So sad.
out of 10? What would you give Assassination Classroom?
Out of 10, a 10.
Seriously? You give it a 10
Yeah.
out of 10. It is a
Yes.
masterpiece.
It's amazing.
It's a masterpiece. Not amazing, it's a masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece.
Okay.
I say that.
I just wanted to hear that out of your mouth before we continued on. Has anybody seen Dr. Stone?
No, but I've seen the fucking like the
Ooh.
ads for it on Crunchyroll, and that shit looks hella good.
Ooh. Chance.
It's good.
This is one you have to. This is one you can watch with your wife too. This is
Yeah,
a really
yeah.
good shonen that is like. Not only is it really well written, but they put in this like external layer of like learning that's like 10 times more informative than school ever fucking was.
Senku
Okay.
teaches you a lot of shit.
Literally, yeah. The main character, Senku, is so smart. Like when you think of those like those really brain buster questions where it's like, let's say there was Earth, like all electronics like broke down and we only had like the smartest people on Earth to try and come up with like solutions of how to like continue on. So
like
whole
when the
premise-
boomers thought of Y2K.
the whole premise of the show is that everybody on Earth gets turned into stone. And Senku, who is basically like the smartest high schooler like in existence, who has like studied science like since he was like in kindergarten, is the one who's going to lead everybody out of like the Stone Age.
Okay.
And the way that he explains things, he literally gives detail by detail on how to like create like gunpowder and electricity and how to make like all kinds steam powered engines, telephones. Like he literally gives like detail by detail how to create certain aspects of like technological society, but on a level that like we could create it like if we wanted to, like on our own at home. It's so fucking insane. It the premise of it is a little bit where it's like, okay, yeah, this is an anime. This is a little bit out there. But when they like put like science into it and like give like some kind of reality, you go, whoa, like this is pretty cool. This is something I'm learning along with like enjoying the actual show. It's pretty fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely plan on checking it out eventually.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be my next venture after
Attack
on Titan.
I definitely recommend it. Cameron, you said you've seen it?
Yeah, I have.
What'd you think about it?
I think it's great.
Have you started? Have you started second season?
No.
Oh man.
That's where I fell off with it. I just haven't started the second season yet.
No,
I watched the full first season. And
I'm there with
fantastic.
you. I didn't start it till literally like 2 days ago, so I understand. But there's a few episodes you can get through it. It picks up really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the part that hit me hard in that show was when he got the fucking vinyl from his dad. Oh. And he played it. And it was actually from his fucking mom. And she sang him the song that she was,
So
and that
fucking deep.
Hurt, bro.
Bro, wait till you see the second season. You're going to trip out because they bring more of that into like the concept of like the whole show. Mm-hmm. And it is fucking awesome. Yeah, there is so much nuance and like
extremely smart.
Fucking the brilliance of the guy who wrote this show extends so far because not only did he probably have to research everything he was like putting down into this, so he knows more than what he's actually writing. So this guy's fucking smart as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'd have to say one that kind of hit home with me was in Spirited Away.
Oh,
when
great one.
Yeah, so when like the I forgot the dude's name, but he was like the lackey of like the headmistress or whatever, the weird
Haku, I think.
bitch.
Yeah,
it was Haku.
Kohaku.
So when Kohaku like returned back into like his human form from his dragon form or whatever it was, he was like, hey, like I've been with you for so many years.
That was a great fucking moment in the show, for real.
Yeah, and then she was like, wait, the river? Oh, that's right, because you're like a river spirit. Like, and he was like, you helped me remember my name. My name is the Kohaku River. And like all this other stuff, I was like, "Oh, bruh."
Yeah, no, there's some great
I love Spirited Away, but
that.
I thought that was kind of a weird plot twist.
What plot twist are you meant?
What's
the weird part
like the
in
river
it?
Thing.
Huh?
I always thought that was kind of weird.
Well, no,
How?
because so that like realm or whatever is a spirit realm, right?
Yeah.
So all the spirits go to that place to relax and enjoy themselves before they go back to, I guess, work or whatever. And Kohaku was the one that saved her when she fell into the river, and he was stuck in that area not knowing who he was, being somebody's lackey, essentially.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so
Wait,
he got set free.
Wasn't it implied that he didn't save her. Like he saved her when she was younger, when she was like a really little kid.
Yeah, so the way that it works is Kohaku doesn't know who he is during the whole movie. And
No, yeah, I get that. I just thought it was kind of weird. And like
yeah,
little...
so he I'm sorry, I can't remember the main character's name. She remembers his real name. So you basically forget your whole existence if you forget
We'll call
your
her
name.
Sen.
Sen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because that's what her name was in the spirit world. I can't remember her actual name.
So Sen basically remembers that Kohaku was the Kohaku River spirit, and so
No, I know. I get it. I just thought it was kind of like awkward, or like not awkward, but like it just wasn't the best like written. Maybe is how I would like. I don't know. I just didn't like that bit as much.
Okay. I mean, hey.
Tokes is like,
Try and
what the
write
fuck are you
something
talking about?
better than Miyazaki.
You're literally talking
he was
shit
a monk.
on a movie that's like
Iconic.
a 10 out of 10 for most
Yeah.
viewers. Like,
No, I mean I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's
what do
just,
you love
know,
about it?
that
If
part-
you're talking shit about Kohaku and the whole
part
Sen
was
like
weird.
connection,
Yeah.
I want to hear.
I
It's just
I
weird.
can't describe it. I just thought that part wasn't like the best.
That part wasn't the best.
Oh,
So do
come
you? Okay,
on.
all right. Let's restart. Do you get the nuances between No Face and Sen during the whole bath scenes?
Yeah,
Let's hear it.
like
let's,
I get it.
Let's hear it.
Like so
Your deep dive.
you want me to analyze this movie that I haven't seen in like 10 years.
You're giving it so much criticism for something you haven't seen in 10 years. Yeah,
No,
let's hear it.
It's a good movie. It's a good like I'm not hating on it. Like I enjoy it. But, you know, he's like all right, he's like a river spirit, and then the way they introduce it is kind of like all of a sudden too, and it's just kind of like, you know.
Well, so the way I look at it is
She remembers
entire
after
time-
being saved from the river spirit. He's
I know.
trapped in this existence
know.
of not knowing who the fuck he is. She
Yeah, and on top of
introduces
that-
it. What are you
Okay,
so
Max,
like?
Max,
What's
Max? On top
I don't
of
understand
that,
what he's-
throughout the entire
It was
film,
brought up all of a sudden, and
he
it was kinda
helps
just
her.
like, you know, a thing.
like he comes
No, I
to
get
her
it.
aid like at like from the beginning to the end of the film. Like it comes to the point where she has to help him.
No, I know.
Like you see
I
what
get
I
it.
mean? It's like
But
paying.
it's just
It's
kind of
like
awkward.
paying
It's
that
like
they
back.
should've-
she just like
You're not
He
helping
just
Justin
really
at all. Justin's
more.
still in the same hole he dug himself into.
No,
mean,
I get it in a way. Like, do you think they should have alluded to the fact that he was? a
Should
river
they have
spirit,
just
like,
not
more?
mentioned it at all? Because it was
it
like,
wasn't.
Or was it just like too abrupt?
was it
like,
not
out of nowhere.
necessary
That's kind of
to
what I
the
mean,
story?
is like
It was just too.
it was
out
kind of
nowhere.
all of a sudden like she's like, oh yeah, you're the river spirit, blah blah blah. You know, like it was kind of like all of a sudden like she remembered this thing, and it wasn't like introduced all that great, I would say.
In a movie, they have to show her when she's a child getting swept up by a river and saved before they introduce Kohaku and then introduce that he's actually the one that saved her. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Or more just like it would have been mentioned like beforehand. Or
So if it
something
was
like
written out in an anime, it probably would have gotten taken care of. But since it was written out in a movie that only has 2 hours worth of footage,
Yeah.
Are you gonna beat me up? You sound
yes, I
passionate about
am. This is a movie that is literally fucking 10 out of 10, and you're giving it shit for the smallest inconvenience.
Yeah.
it
I
was-
gave it
it
a
was
9,
kinda-
but still.
Okay, well, I
Defend your
appreciate
criticism,
Are you gonna
Justin.
beat him up now?
Defend
Give
your
it a 9.
stance.
that. Okay, do you have anything to
Defend
talk
it.
shit about Princess Mononoke? I want to hear all about that.
I don't remember much about that movie other than I liked it. Because I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Okay. So
That's-
Cameron,
I don't
save
remember
me,
much about it.
please.
to keep it moving for another one that I'd see that really like where it's just like a moment of like self-empowerment, right? And of just like fuck yeah, is in Demon Slayer when Tanjiro in the first.
Tanjiro.
Well, shut up! Shut up! Shut your fucking mouth!
Hey, that's not cool, bro. That's not cool to call somebody out about their pronunciation of somebody's name.
Either way,
Come
Tanjiro,
on.
Tangerine, fucking.
You can call him that, and that'll be perfect. I swear to God. Call him Tangerine.
Yeah, so when the spirits of like the other kids from the masters like helped him out.
Oh yeah.
That was fucking
like,
sick.
dude.
And
Yeah,
then they're
when he
actually
finally cuts that huge boulder in half, and if you guys didn't know or if you don't remember, it literally like they both even said like this is the biggest one we've seen. Like this is the biggest fucking boulder because apparently the way I put it is every time that master, I can't remember his name, would get a new like pupil, he would make the stone bigger and he would make them cut a bigger one. And so it's like just the fact that he cut that in half is just like, But then on the other hand, you have the part where he says, oh yeah, I met, so-and-so. And he's like, wait, what?
Yeah, he mentions the names of the kids he met during the training to the sensei, and the sensei's like, wait a minute, are you talking about the kids who died? But he doesn't mention it specifically to Tanjiro. He just kind of like realizes himself. He's like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That was such a mind blown too, because I had no idea until that part that it was like, oh shit, yeah, they're fucking
like, oh
dead.
shit, they're dead. Yeah, and then when he kills the fucking demon that killed all of
The
them.
demon that's all
Yeah, the fucking
that was so fucking sick.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
early into the season too.
Oh yeah,
like-
that's like the first like 4 episodes. Yeah, I think
Demon Slayer
I'm at the
video
part
game.
Where, dude, yeah, I'm at the part where
Oh,
he
dude,
gets
the
his second
visuals for a
mission.
Demon Slayer video game would be so sick.
Dude,
You
yeah,
wanna
that'd be
see the
super
trailer?
dope.
What?
I already have the trailer out for it.
There's a video game
Wait,
already?
they're
I know
making a
there's
video game out of it?
I didn't
I
see the
my
literally
God.
movie,
just said this.
but
Pre-order.
shit, there's
Said
a
it.
video game already?
Oh, I
It's
thought you were
coming out
making
at-
like
It's coming
I thought you were
out at
saying
the
like it
end
would
of the
be dope
year.
if they made a video game.
Beginning
No,
of
no, no,
next
no,
year
no,
or
there
this
is one.
year? It's already February.
year.
It can't be the beginning of this year.
Yeah, Sirski.
You can't say the beginning.
What? No, it's coming out at the end of this year.
Oh, and okay.
Oh, okay.
I heard
No,
beginning.
yeah, I said that. No. It's coming out the
No,
end.
the beginning of this year they probably put out a trailer for it.
Yeah. Here, look.
Hopefully it's not
Even-
going to be a fucking cyber poop.
They even have
Cyber poop.
gameplay of it already.
Damn.
I'm gonna put it in the chat, podcast chat.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that.
But
trailer.
but seriously, real quick, Princess Mononoke. Anybody who's seen it,
That's literally my favorite movie ever.
what'd you give it?
A 100 out of 1,000 out of a billion out of a million. It's
That
the
doesn't
best
make any
movie
sense.
ever.
You gave it 100
100
out of
doesn't.
like
out of a
0.1
100
billion
No,
million.
So
That means like it's a 1 out of a 10.
compounded. And no, it's compounded, so it's literally
So
10 out of 10.
a 10 out of a 1.
Okay,
10 out of 1.
Yeah.
10 out of
Yeah,
10 is
10,
what.
10
Wait,
to the 10 to the negative 1th power.
why is it not on your
a
My
billion.
Anime list right now?
Because I just updated it.
So what you're telling me is you forgot your 10 out of 10.
No, I know what my 10 out of 10 is.
But you forgot to mention it, is what you're saying.
He said my 10 out of
no,
10
no.
is One Piece.
I have multiple 10 out of 10.
I don't know what you're talking
You
I
and
think I have
Justin
one.
literally have. Okay, Justin, I want to hear your explanation for giving. How many 10 out of 10s does this boy have? He
I know, I have
has
2. I have 2. It's attack.
19
It's attack.
10
on
out of
Titan,
10s.
Fucking banana.
The first 5 or 6 I can understand because it's Neon Genesis Evangelion, the movie, Golden Boy, Death Note, Baki Monogatari, and Welcome to the NHK.
Yeah.
So there's literally 14 other Monogatari series What is your explanation for giving them all a 10 out of 10?
Because they're all amazing. Like, yeah, they have
14
flaws,
different
but
series.
Some of them have flaws, but they're all 10 out of 10 to me. Even if there are things that I don't like in it. So one of the main ones that's,
So you're biased. You're saying that you're biased right now. You admitted to being biased.
It's to me, all of them are 10 out of 10. Because
No, wait.
in their imperfections,
They could be 10 out of 10 and still shit because you're biased.
What? No, they are 10 out of 10.
You just said you didn't. There were some things you didn't like, and yet you'll still give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
You accept the flaw.
That means you're biased.
Because okay, so I can say the main thing that I dislike about the show, okay, and that is that it has a lot of like lewd lowly shit.
Uh-huh.
I mean, what can you say? The guy loves anime titties.
Which I'm not a huge fan of, with that kind of thing. But you know what? It plays into that. Like, it's comedic. They do their own thing. It's a great damn series. And even the bad parts are good.
I'll secede to the 15 fucking 10 out of 10s for Monogatari series.
Yeah, because they're God.
One way I think is a 10 out of 10 that maybe not a lot of people do. But what I think is 10 out of 10 because it gets reskinned and literally people copy the idea from this anime all the time because it's so damn good is GURREN LAGANN. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's amazing.
I've seen a little bit of it. I wish I'd seen more, but
it's a 10 out of 10 because
I've
of
heard
the
that
animation,
before.
the story, and literally the ending. Everything in between is fantastic as well. The dialogue, the comedy in it, it's great. The thing that people don't like about GURREN LAGANN is how fast each episode progresses. But it's a trope of the show, like evolution. These characters are literally just evolving so quickly. They start out underground, and then they make it to the surface of Earth, essentially. And then they're on the surface. They're on the surface now. What's next? Get in one of the robots that's on top. Yeah, get in one of the robots. What's next now that you have a robot? Take down one of the bigger robots. What's next? And it just keeps going up and 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 up. And it's literally an upward spiral, which is like a trope of the show. And that's what some people don't like. They think it seems rushed, but it's not. That's just part of the anime, is how fast things progress. And for me personally, I love it. And I like that a lot, and how quickly they go from going underground to getting to space is just so crazy. Like, so quick, so well done, so well told.
The thing about GURREN
10.
LAGANN is in the very beginning they kind of give you this this prediction of not even prediction of the future, but it's almost like a snapshot a flash forward of what's actually going on, like way later than where the actual show starts off. That it gives you this like, whoa, this is really going to be going to this level eventually, even when they start you off so low as being like underneath the fucking crust of the earth and shit like that. Like they kind of like tease this thing of like, yeah, this is where it's going to be, you know what I mean? Like not even fairly soon, but like in the future of this show. And I love that they tease that.
Their story building with how quickly things progress is they couldn't have done it better. Because with how fast they have to tell this story, they don't leave anything untold.
And I love when they can like tell a story and finish it. I hate when it takes like.
That's what they did.
Forever.
They introduced it. They got the plot in. They got to the climax, and then they resolved it, and then end of show. That's that. They got to the point. which I
Yeah.
also like.
I think that's one I would recommend Chance for sure is Gurren Lagann, because that's like, I think as far as
Absolutely.
I've seen it too, I'd probably give it like a 10 out of 10. Like I haven't rated it yet, but as
It's
far
a
as
10,
I've
bud.
gotten, which isn't past like out of Earth's atmosphere, I'd definitely give it a 10 out of 10 just for the story building and the character like progression too. It feels like they're always upping themselves every other episode. They're either learning
They
more
are.
about themselves or progressing in some form. And I really like that.
Anybody got anything else?
Are you gonna talk more shit about my anime list, Tokes?
I totally could. Let me give me a second.
You gave the man a chance.
I will defend my opinions. Gladly.
Okay.
For the record,
okay, Elfen
there's
Lied.
one-
I haven't seen Elfen Lied, but you gave it a 5.
Oh, bro.
You
Gave it a
Yeah.
fucking
You gave it a
5.
5. I want to know why.
Okay, now I'm mad.
So I don't remember a lot about it, but I kind of
Really?
just remember it being edgy.
You gave it a 5 and you can't even give us any information about it?
It was a long time ago.
Well, you need to rewatch it again, bud, because it's not worth a 5. It's worth at
I'm gonna
least
give
a
it
9.
a 4 as punishment.
I'm going to tell you right now, on my anime list, I have never given anything lower than a 6. There's 2 6s.
Okay.
There's 2 6s that I've given.
I've
out
given a
of-
5.
I can't even, what is this, 50, 60 fucking animes that I've watched? Fairy Tail and fucking 7 Deadly Sins. Those are the only 2 6s that I've ever given.
Hey, fuck you. Seven Deadly Sins was great because it was one of the first animes I watched.
It
Shut up.
it
Deadly
started
Sins.
getting a little bit bad around season 3. I'm not
Nah.
going to get into it. Anyways,
Yeah.
I've never given anything a 5 though. So for something like Elfen Lied, why would you give it a 5? I want to know why, because it's something that's always regarded as something great.
I just didn't think it was very good. You know. It was
So
kinda
what
boring.
you're telling me
Well, I
is
don't
like
know.
you're like a 12-year-old watching Evangelion and you're going, I don't understand it. I'm giving it a 5.
I didn't watch Evangelion when I was 12. I watched it when I was like 19.
I
And
gave
what'd
Citrus a 5.
so was that your first time watching Evangelion?
I watched
your
it when
first
I
time
was
ever
12.
watching Evangelion, you were
You
19.
gave Citrus a
What'd you
5.
give it? What would you give it when you were 19?
Sorry. So what was the question?
Evangelion, 19 years old. What'd you give it?
A 10. It was good.
Okay. Well, I'm surprised.
I liked it.
So you don't remember Elfen Lied?
Oh.
What? How old were you when you watched Elfen Lied?
What about the
Probably
intro?
like 13 or less.
I said 12, and you didn't even. You said, "Oh, I wasn't 12 years old." What the fuck are you on about, bro?
It's been a while. Sorry, what?
Okay, Cameron, please.
The intro, bro.
Okay. I mean, it was all right.
I haven't seen it, so you have to give me some details. You have to sell me on this.
How are you?
because this
But
is
how are
one
you trying to
you've-
defend it
This
so
is
hard?
one I've
You haven't
heard
seen
is
it.
like
Gave it a
a
5.
9, 10,
But you
10 out
haven't
of
even
10.
seen it.
I just want to know because this is something that's always been regarded as something magnificent. This is like
It's
not
not-
seeing Evangelion.
What?
This is like
No.
This is like Chance not seeing Evangelion, but saying like I would
But-
give it 5 out of 5 if I had seen it.
This one is not 10 out of 10 material.
Okay, but I've heard at
So
least
there should-
9, 8 out of 10. So for a 5,
would
this
say,
is really low.
Honestly, out of my personal opinion, I would give it an 8. Okay? It's great. It's brutal. There's titties. And
So-
the chick literally, when she's not in psycho killer mode, she goes into a fucking head empty, no thoughts, cat girl mode. And her
So for
literal
me-
only word that she can say is new.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No, she
hold
goes,
on a
"New."
second. Hold on a
For
second.
me,
This is
Elfen Lied is one of those animes you really like when you're a teenager and you're an emo kid and you like anime. That's what
And you
Elfen
like all the
Lied is
rar
for.
bullshit.
No. Hold on.
It's for the emo kids.
Before I make a fool out of myself, this isn't the one that has like the mech bunnies that are like eating people like live and shit, right?
No.
No.
What am I
that's,
thinking of? What am I thinking of?
Blood
Blood
Sea.
or something. Blood Sea, yeah.
Blood Sea.
Thank God.
Blood Sea is
Thank God
great.
I'm not like covering for a show that I literally thought was like fucking horrifying.
I thought it was cool.
That
Blood Sea's
bunny
not
one
horrifying.
fucked me up, bro.
Blood Sea is actually
cool.
really funny, to be honest with you.
Are you
I haven't seen a
serious?
lot of
That
it, but
shit
it
was
was cool.
fucked up.
That
was
shit
cool.
honestly gets
No.
my dick really
What is
hard.
it called? What's it
I
called?
beat off to that shit.
No.
It's called. Wait,
I like
what?
Yeah.
I like Euphoria, so nothing phases me.
I would
you
rather
said
watch
Blood Sea.
Euphoria over
Blood
that.
Sea?
I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie.
I'm gonna put that.
I-
I'm gonna put that on my.
I would
my
rather
Should I
watch
ruin his life
Euphoria
right now?
over this Blood Sea show any day because I've seen like 4 seconds of Blood Sea and I was like, not for me, bro. Not
Dude,
for me.
there's a part in Blood Sea where the little monster things, the monster little bunny looking motherfuckers are in the village that they live in and they're being controlled, right? And one of the bunnies just randomly shows up behind this guy. And the main chick is like a vampire, essentially. And she needs blood from those bunny creatures, and they call them the elders. She needs their blood to survive. But she's being kept like sedated, so she doesn't like fully remember that she's a vampire unless she drinks the blood. So there's this part where there's this fucking bunny standing behind the dude that's actually like controlling everything, and the main chick is with 2 other girls, and they're like twins. They're little blonde twins, and the one of the twins sees the bunny, but they're supposed to be in on it, right? They know that those things are there, but she sees it and immediately realizes that something's wrong and it's not supposed to be there. So she starts screaming and runs away. And the dude's like, you literally could have just stood here and the bunny wouldn't have done anything. But then he goes, okay. And he looks at the bunny, and the bunny literally just like shoots its tongue at this bitch. And it's like sharp, and it stabs her through the eye and picks her up, and is just like doing that shit in her fucking eyeball. And you know, the main chick's just standing there watching it like, dope.
So here's the thing. Elfen Lied
That's some
is,
shit some
like,
veterans
trying-
would like.
Elfen Lied tries to be hardcore like that, but it to me it just comes across as boring. Whereas that,
Yeah, and
even though I
not.
I don't care as much about the plot or anything, it looks cool. You know, they're at least committing to it. So I give it more respect.
The one thing that Tokes probably doesn't know, the one thing that makes Elfen Lied so iconic is literally the very first episode. The rest of the entire show does not hold up to that first episode.
Oh, is that
it's
the,
literally
is that the point? Shit.
it's a
And I
naked
didn't
floating
like the first episode.
it's a floating naked girl with this helmet on that you can't see her face, right? And she literally just looks at you and you get cut in half.
Well,
Or
that's
just
pretty
like-
fucking awesome.
Just
I'm
like
not gonna
chopped
lie.
up.
I'm not
But
gonna fucking
what-
lie.
That's
Well, what
only
do you-
in the
Tokes,
first episode.
Still.
You say that's awesome, but you hate Blood Sea? I don't understand your logic. It's like literally the same shit.
There's a difference between gore and like slight gore.
Slut gore.
Attack on Titan's like.
So you're
slight
just
gore.
okay. So you're just basically okay with it because there's a naked chick.
Slut gore.
Was that what you're telling me?
No,
Yeah.
I can't make a good
Yeah.
argument for this right now, but I'm telling you, the first time I saw the bunny one, I was like 19 years old, 20, 21, I don't remember how old, but it fucked me up. The way that they were just
Yeah,
like taking people and going and just like sucking them like
Dude,
like
they're
through
great.
like they were just like little pieces of meat. They were just like
The greatest part.
like
of
that part
whole
was so
scene.
fucked up for me. Like I tell you right now, I'd rather watch Berserk Golden Arc ending 3 than watch that fucking bunny bullshit where they're eating fucking people. And that's some fucked up shit.
The greatest part about that scene is a bunny, like, they can morph their hands, right? And, like, make them super sharp and whatnot.
Yeah, they make them all, like, pointy, like, choo, choo. And they, like, stick people. Wait, I don't like that shit. I don't like any part of it.
Wait.
But you like Elven Lied. That's the problem here.
I haven't seen Elfen Lied, motherfucker.
But you're okay with the naked girl cutting up people.
Who isn't?
That's sick as fuck.
And see,
it's the same shit.
That's
okay,
I've
I've seen. What's the other movie? What's the movie with the zombies, motherfucker? Like the Umbrella Corporation, Resident Evil. There's titties and fucking zombies and shit in that. I don't give a fuck. But there's something about watching people being eaten, like sucked apart. That's fucking upsetting. Okay.
Shit was unique.
I mean, yeah.
It was unexpected.
Okay, so here's where I kind of draw the line, where it's like, when I first started watching Attack on Titan, and we're gonna go back to this, it's like,
yeah, doesn't that?
It's like, yeah, like they just fucking, you know what I mean?
Who opened this shit? You just fucked up my entire fucking recording, you piece of shit!
God damn it!
Watch it!
What the fuck, Cam?
Watch it!
But like Max just said, "Fuck." He just said, "No."
He's done. That's the end of Toast.
But no, so it's like I can understand, and I haven't even seen it.
The handbag.
Fuck, am I really gonna watch this right now?
Oh.
Okay. Can I just point out, Max? Where the fuck are you? Get back here.
Did that scare him?
Did they show you the clip? Did they show you?
Yes, of all the bunnies and fuck that, dude.
I'm telling you,
the bunny had people. The bunny had people on their fucking fingers and was eating them like a fucking kebab.
That's what I'm telling you. There's a difference between Attack on Titan, where there's literally fucking steaks of people being eaten,
and then that,
and then there's this, where it's so fucking gross and disturbing. I fucking hate it.
But it was unique.
Okay, can I just point out one thing?
Every day.
One thing. So me being the wee little, with the wee little mind that I have, I said, fuck it. Max and Justin are gonna watch fucking, what is it, Monogatari or whatever, and oh yeah, fucking sure, I'll watch with them. And this really makes me question Justin's like choices in like movies and shows, because
this was
like
Justin's
the hour, the hour that
close the stream thing. I cannot
movie.
fucking get the proper fucking fix for this right now because of the stream.
Close your shit, Cam.
Huh? Hold on, sorry.
Thank you.
He's not paying attention. But like I was saying, so it's like
Monogatari.
Actually, no, it was like, or what was it? Yeah, I think it was Monogatari or something like that. It was like this chick was a vampire, and this dude was like her fucking like lackey essentially.
Yep.
Right. And then it's like out of literally fucking nowhere, there's this scene where he's like sitting with this chick, and because this vampire bitch has like big ass tits, he's like, I need to be immune to fucking boobs, so I need to like feel your tits. And I'm sitting here like, what in the like actual fuck are you watching?
Okay. Remember,
I'm shitting on you right now. I don't care.
We were watching like the literally like 6 hours worth of movie.
You remember when I said,
sitting here like, what the fuck am I watching? This is so rapey.
So I said that Monogatari plays into the anime tropes. It has its lewd moments. It has its lewd characters doing lewd shit. And that's the point. It's goofy. It's funny. She's hot as fuck.
That's not funny. How is that fucking funny?
Hey, hold on, Chance.
But it was goofy.
You were just saying like 20 minutes ago that like you liked 7 Deadly Sins. Do you know what
Yeah.
the main fucking trope of that whole thing is? Is that
Yeah,
the
and
fucking
it was
main
fucking
character is
disturbing.
just like, oh, titties. I'm
Yeah,
grabbing your
like-
titties.
Like every time Meliodas did that shit, I would look at my wife and she would either say two things: "What the fuck?" or "Don't you dare."
Yeah, exactly. But
That's the point.
but that's what you were just talking about like 20 seconds ago. So you cannot defend anything
I'm
about
like,
the Monogatari
what
series.
the fuck, dude?
It
Yeah, but
plays-
that's on like a whole new level of just fucked. Dude's
And
like
it's
in
dope.
his mind, just like, you know.
It was.
And it's dope.
This boy has not seen Euphoria. This boy has not seen Euphoria, okay? We cannot give him any
So
benefit of the
Monogatari.
doubt
Every
until he
time.
sees Euphoria. What did I give it? What did I give it on my anime list? I gotta go back and look.
Gave it an 8.
I
I think
you
I
gave
gave it
an
an 8. I think you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, I looked at all your guys' anime lists, by the way.
But honestly, for
Anything
me,
that Justin gives
I
a
was gonna
10, I'm
say
not
so
gonna watch.
so for me, okay, Justin literally what's Justin? Justin literally had how many 10s did you have? You had a total of 19 10s. 19 out of your 65 watched. That's literally
defend 'em.
a third of what you've watched. You'd give a 10.
Well, to be honest, like the
Not a
ones that
quarter.
I really vibe with are like the ones that I like to watch, you know, and rewatch.
Obviously.
by himself with the doors
But
closed
you
and locked.
realize a 10 out of 10 is like a masterpiece. You cannot find a single flaw wrong with it.
I don't rate shows on my anime list unless I've seen it all, and I'm usually not going to see it all unless I vibe with it.
From what
No,
I've
no, no,
seen
no, no.
from,
Okay,
from
okay.
the movie
So-
that I watched, I'm gonna rate that like maybe a 5.
Chance, before you say anything, this guy just said what he said. Quote it, put it on caps on the screen. This guy literally has 1, 2, 3, 4 4s on his My Anime list. He has watched several
Okay.
shows that he rates below a
okay.
50%,
Okay.
a 40% as a matter of fact. And that
those-
is Bakuman,
fours.
Bakuman season
Okay.
2, and Bakuman
Those
season
four.
3, and Gake no Une no Poino. So explain
Those
yourselves.
Poingo.
You watched literally 75 episodes worth of something you gave a 4 out of when you just admitted to only watching shit you would give a shit about.
Yeah, because there was a girl I had a crush on in college that said she liked the fucking show. And I wanted to talk to her about it, so I fucking watched it all in one shot, and I hated every single second of it. And when I asked the girl out, she rejected me.
I totally understand then. I totally understand.
Simp.
Negate everything
watched-
I just fucking said. This guy made up his entire argument in one fucking second.
I watched every single episode of that show, and I hated it. And I watched it anyways because I wanted to talk to a girl.
I
That's
totally
it.
understand. I totally understand. I totally understand.
And then Ponyo was my other 4, which I just fell asleep during because it was boring as hell. The end.
All right. On that
succeed
note-
defeat.
Oh my god. On that note, thank you everybody for watching. Please like, comment, smash that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell notification. That way you guys can know whenever we put out new spicy content.
I hate all of you.
I
love
I really hope that
spice.
you guys enjoyed this.
I love
This
you,
is a
Chelsea.
new like
I love you, Chelsea. I love you, kid.
this is like a whole new realm for me, like getting into anime and stuff. So these guys are kind of like my tutors of what to watch. But Justin, I don't know if I'm gonna dive into your realm of anime, my brother.